Welcome everybody to this month's moon medicine. So we are going into what the Native Americans would call sturgeon moon or green corn moon. And I'm actually more called to call it green corn moon because on the allotment we have quite a lot of sweet corn coming through, getting ready to be harvested in the coming month or so. So we'll see how that goes, which is very exciting. All right, so I'm Amy. I'm the owner and teacher at Hania Therapies, which is predominantly a membership portal, so more of us can access yoga, meditation, self-care, breath work, all that kind of stuff. And all the practices that I share through our moon medicine are housed on the membership portal, and I'll pop the information below as well for those of you that are interested if you are not already a member. Okay, so firstly, last month, last lunation, there was some intense energy. So I hope that you're okay, that you've given yourself time to recover and to integrate, remembering that last month's tagline was around self-love and self-care and really looking after yourself. So I hope that you're able to do that, because really that makes way for what is coming next, what we're being called and asked to do and to house and share next. Our self-care, our self-love, our self-nourishment is fundamental to being able to show up in the world from the heart space and offer our, whether we call them soul gifts, whether we call them our skills, whatever, I don't know, but our looking after ourselves is integral to being able to share them honestly and openly. Okay. So the tagline that came through for this lunation, for this next 28 days, is welcome the light. Welcome the light. With a kind of like tagline for the tagline, which is, you are that light. Welcome the light. You are that light. And that is the information that this moon, that this new moon is sharing with us. And I'll drop into that a little bit more in a moment. But first, I'll just share a little bit of our current astrology from a completely unqualified astrologer. So, of course, do your own research, have an explore online, see what you can find. But we are in Leo season. Leo, that fire energy, it's a fire sign. The image and the archetype of the lion and the lioness, stepping into our true power, our true knowing, and our true sense of action. Showing up as we are meant to show up. Okay? And that means showing up when it feels right. That's a balanced Leo energy. Not just showing up because we think we should, showing up because at this point today, I'm meant to. If that makes sense. Our new moon energy as well. The moon is in Leo as well, so that's double fire. It's a double affirmation of our time to step forward, to welcome the light, to recognize that you are the light. And at the same time, we're in what's called the Lion's Gate portal. So for some of you, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know. For some of you, Lion's Gate portal will be like, what are you talking about? What is this information? So I'm going to do it really simply and really briefly, but I would encourage you to have a look if you're going, oh, that's interesting. What does that mean? So a portal is exactly as it sounds. It's a gateway, it's an opening, it's a chance to receive as much as it's a chance to give and to offer. Lion's Gate portal is a point where the star Sirius lines up with our sun and sends an intensity of light and energy down to Earth. So it's like we've got Sirius, we've got the sun. Like I say, I am no qualified astrologer, so don't be coming to me and saying, I don't think that's exactly right. But in most simplistic terms, Sirius, our sun, and I believe that there's something to do with the Orion star system as well, but that's beyond my pay grade. I'm not sure about that. Creates an intensity of light which is portaled down to Earth. We as human beings are part of the Earth. As much as we are also part of the entire universe, we're also part of the Earth. So we have the opportunity, surprise, surprise, to welcome this light into our physical body. Why? This light offers the opportunity to upgrade our physical body, so our DNA, our skin, our systems within the body, and ultimately make them feel a little bit better. It's an opportunity to go through an energetic upgrade. So we know that our phones, our laptops, these things, they go through upgrades. We are no different to that. And the same as on your phone, you need to click, I accept this upgrade, or, you might be on automatic upgrade. I think I'm on some form of automatic upgrade personally, but we set the intention to receive our upgrade. We set the intention, we welcome this Lion's Gate portal and this energy in to do the work that it's meant to do for our physical body, for the earth herself, and for the collective. Okay, this portal opens on something about the 26th of July and it peaks on August the 8th, my sister's birthday. Yay! There's quite a few Lion's Gate babies that I know. Yeah, Lion's Gate babies, straight through that portal here on Earth. Star babies, absolutely. Or star humans now, not so much babies. So we've got this light coming into every cell of our body if we permission it, if we welcome it, if we ask for it to go where we need it to go. My intention is to receive this light so my physical body can feel as healthy as it can. Whatever you want there. Then when I've connected to the moon herself for this lunation, and I had already received the tagline of, what was the tagline? Welcoming in the light. When I've journeyed up, the image that I've seen is an unveiling, like the taking off of a coat and hanging that coat up. So spirit energy often communicates a metaphor. So see the image of the taking off of a coat and the hanging that up on a peg. It was really gentle, it was really soft. And the message that was coming through was this gentle unveiling to reveal the light within. So if we are all equally part of the earth, the universe, the plants, the animals, the stars, the divine, it's not just a case of welcoming in that light as much as revealing the light that is also here. If we know that a portal goes both ways, then we can reveal our light to share with others and to share back up through that gateway. There is no one energy is better than the other. If we're connecting to our true self, and the word that's actually coming through is angelic. Our true angelic self, our divine self, then that's what's ready to be revealed. But you don't have to do it in a like, I'm stripping myself off and just putting my feet down and arriving here, I'm going to be myself. No, we don't have to do it like that. You can if you want, of course you can. But you can also do it gently. You can also let that light radiate out just through a buttonhole. We share gently in a way that we can feel safe with who we're sharing our true self with. Our true self, our light, our honesty, our integrity. So welcoming in that light and the awareness that you are that light. Both is true. So I've gone through the card reading, which I'll share with you now. The overarching card I got from a new deck, which was a gift from my sister, who, yes, I've already mentioned, is a Lionsgate baby. So it's nearly her birthday. And she got me this deck, which is the Starseed Oracle. I'll put the references in the bio. It's Rebecca Campbell and the artwork by Danielle Knoll. And it is a stunning deck. And I think she's got, I don't know if it's both of them, but there's a few different decks which you might want to take a look at. But this one is gorgeous. This is the Starseed Oracle. So I asked this deck and I asked the energy of this new moon, what do we need to know this lunation? Surprise, surprise, surprise. We got this card, the Star Keeper. The Star Keeper. Seed the light by staying grounded. And what I should have said actually was the importance of grounding was coming through before. Seeding the light. So if we're working through this portal of light, this Lionsgate portal, imagining that this new light is coming down and we're meant to place it like a seed into our bodies or into the earth. Of course we need to stay grounded because we need to plant this seed, this energy, this light into the physical form of our bodies or of the earth. We need to plant that seed. And equally, when we're going through an upgrade, a transmission, a time, we need to integrate. And part of our integration is always grounding, connecting to the earth. So whether that is spending more time in nature, whether that's working with grounding incense such as a sandalwood, a cedar, or essential oils such as fir or cedar or even rosemary, things like that, herbs, grounding earthy herbs. And then doing your practices that are going to connect you down to the ground, getting your belly on the earth. Okay. It makes complete sense. Seeding the light by staying grounded. And you can explore that a little bit more for yourself. You know, if you are a human that likes to journey up and travel up to the stars through your meditation or your journey and your spiritual practice, see what medicine is up there for you. See what medicine's available for you. Okay, so then that's our overarch. Seeding of the light, of course, welcome the light, and you are that light, seeding that. Our usual spread I've done, which is our 1 card per week of the lunation. So obviously we have week 1, which is new moon, all the way up until half crescent. I can never get the words right, but halfway, then halfway to full moon, down to second half, and then all the way down to dark moon before we start a new lunation. And I drew a card for each of those from the deck that I will normally use for this, which is our Vision Quest Tarot. That's the book, and this information you've probably seen before. Along with each card for each section of the lunation, I will share a yoga or meditation or self-care practice. These practices are housed on the membership portal, but you can always find your own way to embody these energies and these ideas, these concepts that are coming through. So it's not fundamental at all that you come onto the membership portal. It's just there. It's housed in there. It's in a playlist. It's easily accessible for whenever you want it. Okay, week 1, where we are now. The card I drew was 6 of Fire, Victory. 6 of Fire, Victory. This card often comes up when we're having a bit of a breakthrough. So there's this sense of breaking through after what was a challenging previous lunation. We're breaking through into a different way of being. Breaking through into a different way of being. Okay. The classes that I'd recommend for that is just reveling in that awareness. So we don't have to do anything for this breakthrough. It all just happens. So it's happened. It's happened. So Body Love, which is the newest upload on the membership portal, which is a self-care and relaxation practice, self-massage, self-connection and breath work, just giving you time to connect to your body. Therefore, just being grateful and appreciative of yourself and your existence. So I recommend that for the first week, along with new moon intentions if you wish to do that practice as well, just to gain a little bit of clarity so that you've got one intention or affirmation for the next 28 days or less. The second week of the lunation, on the way up to full moon, is an air card. And actually the rest, the final 3 cards are all air. The air cards are symbolic of action and of communication. So action, doing, saying, here in the real world. Okay, so they're action-based cards. This card for the second week is the Ace of Air. The simplest interpretation, which I think is just often quite useful, we don't need to be complicated, is taking action within this new beginning. Taking action. So if you've been waiting to start something, now is the time, working with the energy of the moon up to full moon to get your plans going, really, to get yourself going. So we want to keep the body moving and the energy flowing at this point in the lunation. So my suggestion would be having a morning practice if that feels okay for you, such as the 30-minute morning flow, which is a wake up flow for the body, 30 minutes. And as always, you don't have to practice that every day. There's also shorter morning flows. There's a 10-minute morning yoga and things like that. So don't put pressure on yourself, but that is definitely an option to get your body in ready for action. We go past the full moon and we go into our third week. And like I say, we're on air. So we go to the 8 of air, which is tagged interference. Okay, so it always looks a bit challenging, this card. Maybe there's some overthinking, excess thinking, some patterns coming up that are ready to be released. Traditionally, with the tarot, so this isn't a traditional tarot deck, but if we look at the 8 of air, traditionally it's the 8 of swords. The medicine of the 8 of swords is you can remove yourself from this web of interference. Simply set the intention to step out for a moment, and this is, I absolutely get this is easier said than done, and just observe what's going on. And then finding a way for you to process and untangle. Whether it's the thoughts, whether it's the interference. So the practices are meditations that I've put for this week. 10-minute releasing judgment meditation. And then I've also suggested something that will help to clear. So we've got a 20-minute beach meditation, which is actually a journey with the Divine Mother. It works with the energy of water to clear your physical body and your energy system. So it's a real clearing practice. So if this idea of stepping back and observing and then unpicking feels like, I can't do that right now, or that's really challenging, I get it. I'd try the journey with the Divine Mother, because that her energy here is quite a strong one to help release what needs to be released, to help you gain a little bit of clarity. Traveling now to the 4th week, and of course we're still with the air cards, and we are with the Father of Air. So again, those traditional tarot lovers, we've got the King of Swords. Father of Air. Moving forward with purpose. Taking action. And this is the same as what we were saying earlier on about the Leo energy of knowing when. The healthy Leo energy, the healthy Father of Air energy knows when to take action and knows when to stop. It's not just a case of going, doing. Therefore, really important to stay grounded. Because if we're grounded, we can gain a little bit of clarity, and we can gain the awareness of when to go. So there's a few grounding practices on the membership. So 5-minute grounding, there's Hatha for grounding. But I've also, or more importantly, just put a simple practice suggestion here, which is 10-minute finding your feet. Really connecting your feet to the earth. Helping you with your balance, with your weight distribution, of feeling your body in the space around you, but most importantly, rooted down. So there are all the suggestions for this month. Now, if you've already listened to this, then you might not want to, but if you want, let's just take a little bit of time to just come to the body and open up to the energy of the Lionsgate portal. Like I say, this portal peaks on the 8th. So if you're listening after, energetically, you can absolutely come up and open up to a beam of light coming directly down from Sirius. So it's never going to do you any harm, because we'll set the intention for it to be good. Okay, so just find a comfortable position. Let your shoulders soften. And let your jaw relax. Let your body rest into the surface beneath you, and if there is a surface behind you, rest and anchor in. And then taking your hands onto the body, maybe the heart space and the belly, wherever you want to take the hands. Take a deep breath in here. Out through the mouth like a candle, blowing out a candle. We're just going to set the intention collectively together to receive the light through Lionsgate portal. Set the intention to receive the light through the Lionsgate portal for the highest good of all. And then with the hands on the body, just having the awareness that in equal balance to that you are the light. You are the light. Seeing that spark within you, you are the light. And taking a breath into that light within you. Breathe out and open your eyes. So at any point you can come back to your inner light. It is there. And you've set the intentions to receive via the Lionsgate portal. And some of you will have already done that anyway. But remember to stay grounded, to allow yourself to really seed that light. If you want to take part in any of the practices that I will put in this Lunations playlist, they'll be on the membership portal. Links will be below. It's $9.99 a month, and you have access to all the classes and free workshops. Well, they're not free, they're part of the membership, part of your $9.99 a month, and you can cancel anytime. Everyone is welcome. You don't have to have any experience. So yeah, I hope that's been helpful for you. So subscribe and share, because it's so helpful for me, and helpful for more people to know this information that's coming in. So yeah, thank you, beautiful humans. And I'll speak soon.